Hey there, fellow artists and designers. Thanks for coming aboard today.
This is the Animating Environmental Effects series, and today we're going to animate some slime.
Just to refresh your memory on the premise behind this series is we're taking the animation tutorials in animated GIF form from Miniboss, link to that blog in the description, and we are using them to learn about animating different types of environmental effects.
So let's take a look at the tutorial itself and figure out what we want to create today. I definitely want to create that long, slow drip and splash down there at the bottom. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And some of that stretchy stuff, maybe I think I'll just do as a drawing. Okay, let's do this. Just like before, I always like to begin with creating a little scene that I sketch out. It takes me a while before I can get the exact look that I want, but it definitely helps to have that sketch underneath in blue before doing a cleanup version of better line art in black. And obviously black isn't the only outline color. You don't have to use outlines at all. It's just part of the style that I've been going with for this whole series. So I thought I'd just stay consistent with it. And I'm trying to create, fluid, smooth, rounded lines to give that feeling of slime that has just covered this entire area. I do have a foreground and midground up here, and then as well as the pit and the pool more in the background. But then I connect the foreground and midground with one of those little stretchy strands of slime. And I don't think I'm going to animate them on separate layers. They are fairly close together. The background pit and pool will be on separate layers. I think I'll put the pool on one layer, the pit with the slime hanging off it and the wall in the back, that will be a layer. And then these this kind of slime covered frame, almost, if you will, they almost act like curtains on a little scene here. And just like that, we have color. Obviously not. Took a long time to create this. So I put the colors on the layer below, and choosing a darker color, a base color, and then a highlight color. So just those three in my palette. And you can see that I'm going for this idea that the slime is almost casting a glow itself, like it's lit up, it's luminescent. So that's why the highlight color is where it is. Like usual, the colors are on a separate layer below the line art layer, and I have alpha lock turned on, so I never color outside the lines. And now we have full color on the background layers, the pit and the pool. You can see what is separate. Okay, the slime is on a separate layer, the pool is on a separate layer, and the background is on a separate layer. One for the line art, one for the colors. And then it's time to get to the actual animating. I like to do it first with the line art layer, just to make sure I've got it right before I color everything in. So as you can see, the drip kind of gradually extends and then plops down into the pool. The pool settles very quickly because the slime is not water, it's more thick, what's the word for it? Viscous. Yeah, so it's always a good idea to watch your animation back. And I extended the frames out to 72, just so that the drip doesn't repeat too quickly. And now, once again, on a layer beneath the line art, with alpha lock turned on, we have the colors. I'm again going with this idea that the pool of slime, and the slime itself is the source of light, so that's why the reflection is where it is. And then it's just a matter of coloring in. I'm not sure I totally like the black outline on the splash, but I'm going to try and stay consistent with the look that we've been having so far. That the black outline gives form. And now we can turn the other layers back on. I turned them off just to make it easier while I was working, but here's how the whole scene looks. And playing the animation again. It's looking pretty good. Could almost be done right here. Now I just need to bring this scene a little bit more to life. The first thing that I thought I could do is add another drip in the front, something that's a little bit closer to the camera. But rather than making another drip completely by hand, I just took the same frames, made them larger and darker, and blurred them out a little as if they're really just too close to the camera to even be in focus. So I combined those layers, and then I added a Gaussian blur to all of the frames, and also added an adjustment to the hue, saturation, and value. Basically desaturating a little, and then also just dragging the lightness down a little, and then shifting the hue in the direction of the blue to indicate that it's a little bit more in shadow, it's closer away from the main source of light. Yeah, and then I also, on the back wall, I thought it wouldn't look quite so gray. It would be picking up some of the greenish undertones, overtones. So I just added that, copied the layer over, and painted some green, turned the opacity down, and that's it. There's my slime. I hope you have fun making yours. Take care. I'll see you for the next one.